Welcome to Rhonda's world. Okay. Welcome to Rhonda's world, where we discuss all things fashion, beauty, current events, business, a little advice sprinkled in here and there every video. And we drop videos every Friday like clockwork. So if it's Friday, grab your glass of wine, get your cup of tea ready, and let's go. Let's chit chat. Let's talk about some things. And we're gonna get into the title of this video. Delayed does not mean denied. Let's talk about love. Okay. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna get into some skincare. I am using this, the Innisfree. I don't know if you guys can see that. The Innisfree Pore Clearing Clay Mask. And I like this mask because it has volcanic clusters and it really pulls the impurities out of my skin. But to use it, I have to wash my face first. So I'm going to go in with the HENRIKSEN Truth Juice Cleanser. Right? And I like this cleanser because it really brightens my skin and I don't have to do like too much. I don't have to do too much to like get it off. Like, you know, I feel like with some face washes, you need to wash your face like 3 times to get it off. With this is like, you really don't need to, you don't need to wash that many times. It's maybe like one good time and you're fine. So this video is probably going to seem like an Ole Henriksen sponsored video because all my products, most of the products I'm using today are from the Ole Henriksen line, but it's not sponsored, I promise. Maybe one day. So I wanted to discuss like love and relationships and how do we view what is it that we want out of our relationships and out of our partners when, you know, we're looking to grow and we're mainly pursuing something a little bit more long term, right? So before I put the face wash on, I'm gonna wet my face a little bit, just a little bit, because I feel like it helps the product seep into my pores a little bit better. So the first thing is, what do we want out of relationships? I feel like there are 4 key things we want out of a relationship. We want trust, right? We want to be able to trust our partner. We want security, ambition. We want somebody who's goal-driven. And we want attraction. So let's dive into this a little bit deeper. Like, let's start with trust. Give me a second. I'm going to wash my face. Okay. So we want trust, right? We want somebody that we can trust on a basic level, but also like we want to be able to talk to our partner. We want to tell them like, you know, our deepest deepest desires and the things that we want to accomplish in our lives. And we want to know that like our partner respects us and respects what we represent in their life, respects our feelings, respects who we are as people. And I feel like that's something that you know, and obviously on a more surface level, you want to be able to trust them, right? You want them to, you know, you don't want someone who's going to stab you in the back, like someone who's going to really be there for you and support you. Next, we have security. Most of us, we can all agree that we want someone that we feel secure with, right? But I feel like safety and is maybe one of the most underrated aspects in a relationship that really just get looked over because it's not as much in the forefront. But I feel like important in a relationship because it's safety in a sense where like I can come to you and tell you about my day and you're going to try to help me like feel better about it. Like I want to feel supported. I want to feel like you have my back, right? Like say for example, like I'm telling you like about a situation that happened at work, right? And I know that I'm not wrong. Like I know I'm not wrong. And I'm come to you trying to talk to you about it and you're like sitting there trying to make me feel like I'm the one who did something wrong when I know I didn't. And it's been confirmed by several folks that like I did not do, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like stuff like that. I feel like it's so underrated because it kind of makes you feel like, damn, like I don't know if I can speak to you about certain things. Like I don't feel safe talking to you. I always feel attacked. I always feel like, you know, when I do talk to you about the things that, you know, are important to me, or like I'm telling you stuff about my life, like are you going to try to take that information and throw it back in my face? Like that is a big that can be a big thing, because like if your partner because if like your partner isn't a safe space for you in your relationship, like that really can rock the foundation of any union you feel like you're going to enter. Next, we have ambition. You definitely want somebody that's goal driven, right? You want somebody, you know, who has a good career, who kind of knows where they're going and knows where they see themselves in the next 5 to 10 years. Like someone who has a plan and someone who executes that plan mostly. I feel like we can all agree on that. You also want somebody who's going to help you, you know, achieve your goals. And you want, and especially like if you want to be in a situation where like you want to start a business, you want to buy a house together so you can raise your family, and you want somebody who is also on the same page, like somebody who is going to be by your side and support you 100%. Because let me tell you, if you know you're ambitious and you're getting to the bag and you're doing, you know, XYZ, and the person that you're with is sitting down like twiddling their thumbs, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna work. Okay? Because it's just gonna cause resentment. It's gonna cause, like, you know, sometimes in some cases jealousy, like because one person is doing something that the other person isn't, and it's gonna cause too many problems. So if you're ambitious, you want to try to find somebody that's goal driven as well, because that clash, baby, you don't want it. And last, we have attraction. But attraction is like a twofold thing, right? When I say attraction, I really mean self-love. Like you want somebody that loves themselves. You want somebody who takes care of themselves, like, you know, gets their shape up, they know how to dress, they know how to present themselves and put themselves together really. You want somebody that like knows how to set boundaries with people. All in all, I feel like you want somebody who knows what they want, loves themselves, and believe it or not, being goal driven is a part of loving yourself. Like it's a part of respecting your own boundaries and respecting the goals that you have set for yourself. That is also absolutely a part of loving yourself, right? But like I mentioned previously, that includes setting boundaries, and that includes, like, you know, someone who knows how to put themselves together, someone who really understands who they are, what they want. We're gonna pause. My mask is now dry. Yeah, my mask is now dry, so I'm going to go ahead and wash this off. Be right back. And that begins with the question, how do they feel about themselves? You know, if you're someone who likes to, you know, dress up and, you know, you when you go out, you do your makeup and you do all of these little things, you really want somebody who is going to also knows how to present themselves as well, respectfully. You want somebody who's, you know, step into an interview room, yes, literally like step into an interview room, get a resume together, and like all of that, believe it or not, all of that encompasses self-love. And let me tell you why. Because being goal driven and being serious about yourself is self-love. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure that you accomplish the things that you set out to do. And I feel like that is such an underrated version of self-love that I feel like a lot of people don't touch on. They don't get to that point. And I feel like if you can operate out of a place of love for yourself, you can attract anything you want in this life, truly. So next we're going to go in with the Glow Dark Spot Toner. And so far we've went through 4 key things that we can all agree that you need in a relationship, right? So the first thing is trust, security, ambition, and self-love, right? So we can all agree that these are all things that we want in a relationship, that we want out of a partner. But ask yourself, truly, are you these things? Are you these things? You didn't think I was going to take it there. I know. In a relationship, if you want somebody who is trustworthy, you also have to be trustworthy. Can your partner trust you to be faithful? Can your partner trust you to understand who they are, right? Are you a safe space for your partner? Are you a safe space for your partner? Can your partner realistically come to you and talk to you about the things that are going on in their day, right? Can they trust you not to use certain things to throw it back at them later, right? I think it's also a sense of, are you a safe space for yourself? Are you a safe space for yourself? Do you, and we can, in that vein, we can ask a question like, how harsh are you on yourself? A lot of the times I feel like we are our own biggest critics. That is a product of the environment that we grew up in, different experiences that we've had along the way, but it's really not conducive if you're not a safe space for yourself. How can you be a safe space for somebody else, right? I feel like that can be a really hard transition to make, because often we are our own worst critics, right? We don't talk to ourselves in the best way. We say really mean things to ourselves, and a lot of the times, like, that really affects your mood, and believe it or not, it seeps into all of the relationships that you have around you. And it's like, if you don't love yourself, and if you aren't a safe space for yourself, then it's going to be really hard for you to be that for somebody else. And that is something that is really hard to really come to terms with, because it really forces you to put in the work so that you can be a source of strength for someone else, because you are already that strength for yourself. In goal driven, do you accomplish your goals, right? When you set a goal and you set out something that you want to achieve, do you see it through to completion? That is a big thing. Do you see it through to completion? If we want somebody who's goal driven and ambitious, then you also have to be goal driven and ambitious. Again, you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody and, this person is, getting to it and, really ambitious and getting to the bag, but you're kind of still figuring out what to do. You're kind of twiddling your thumbs, or you're complacent in where you are in life. That dynamic is going to get old real fast. And self-love. Do you love yourself? Do you love yourself? And it really stretches back to what we had mentioned before. Like, are you goal driven? Self-love is also making those doctor's appointments. Yep, I said it. Making those doctor's appointments is self-love. Trust me. Next, I'm going to go in with the HENRIKSEN Truth Serum. Making those doctor's appointments is self-love, right? Because if you know that you have trauma that you need to work through from childhood, maybe it's a good idea to set up a therapy session. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're not bringing that baggage into a new relationship. So maybe we need to set up a therapy session, or we need to make those appointments to our general practitioner. And if you're a woman, there are other things that you need to take care of as well. And setting and going to the dentist, setting those doctor's appointments is absolutely a part of self-love, because it's how you take care of yourself, take care of your health, your well-being, everything that encompasses you. Your body is your priority at all times. Like, it's easy to forget that in the rush in the day-to-day life, but it's really the truth. So once this dries, I'm going to use the Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. And that is going to be it's going to be more of a smoother texture. When the Truth Serum dries, it gets like a little sticky on the skin. And it's really like, I really love it, because then when you put the moisturizer over it, kind of smooths out. But yes, super important. Are you providing yourself those 4 things that you're looking for in a partner? Because truly, you need to embody the things that you want to attract in a long-term partner, and for you guys to be successful in a long-term union. You really need to embody the characteristics that you want to attract. And it's okay if you're not totally there all the way, right? That's fine. You don't need to have everything. You don't need to be completely healed when you enter a relationship, right? You need to be in a space where you're working on the things that you know you need to work on as an individual. I feel like a lot of the times people want to start and then be at the finish line, but a lot of it doesn't work that way, you know? There's a journey. You have a journey for a reason, and hopefully, like, the person that you choose really wants to be a part of that journey and wants to be a part of helping you grow and expand and do all the things that you really want to do. Me personally, I just got out of a relationship where my partner was really mentally abusive, and it took a lot to really heal from that and to grow past that. I feel like whenever a relationship ends, and of course you're going to be sad, of course you're going to, you want closure in some way, right? But whenever you're looking back on something as serious as a relationship, I feel like you also want to look at the things that really caused it to break down, and also take responsibility for your part in anything that might have happened, right? My previous partner was mentally abusive, but the hardest part of the healing process and the healing journey is finding a way, finding the capacity to forgive yourself for allowing certain things to happen, and to forgive yourself for allowing someone else to treat you that way. That has been like a major part of my healing journey. And also, coming to the understanding that this person's actions really doesn't have anything to do with you. A lot of the times people's behavior towards you really has a lot to do with how they feel about themselves. If they're trying to tear you down or tear down your confidence, it's probably because they're insecure, or if they're jealous of anything that you're doing, or anything that you feel like you have going on for yourself, it's probably because they feel like they aren't able to accomplish those same things. So it helps when you get to a point of clarity where you understand that that person's actions don't have anything to do with me. It doesn't have anything to do with my worth. And now I have to get to the point where I'm trying to forgive myself for allowing someone to treat me like that. And also for, staying longer than you should have. So my Banana Bright Serum is nice and dry and perfect. So I'm going to go in with the Gel Brightening Cream. I'll link all the products below because I know like the video, you know, it's the visibility isn't the greatest. I get that. So next I wanted to kind of really talk more about why I started this YouTube channel and getting to the delayed but not denied. So I initially had this idea, I think maybe when I was like 24, 25. And I really wanted to really start a channel and trying to see, like, because I thought it would be fun, and I thought like I have so much to talk about, like I have so many ideas that I would be able to bring to the forefront. But you know, it was just never the right time. Like things just really didn't align for me. I didn't have enough space. Right? I didn't have like, you know, an Instagrammable apartment at the time. And you know, it's not easy to just up and move. Like, and also, you know, I didn't have the equipment. I felt like I didn't really have like the finances to really be able to sustain something like that. And looking back, it really makes sense to me why I wasn't able to really put my ideas out there. And I feel like it came from honestly fear. A lot of fear that, like, you know, of people judging me, of not being understood again, and not feeling like, you know, they're gonna be someone who cares about what I have to say. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you have something that you want to do, like, you should just focus on it and follow what it is that you have on your heart. Because listen, God gave that idea to you. He didn't give it to nobody else. And even if there are other people that do that already and are successful in that space, doesn't mean that you can't be successful as well. And now, you know, I'm 2 to 3 years later now, and I'm at a place where like I have more clarity in my life than I've ever had before. I have the finances and the funds to really get the equipment that I need. I'm in a mental space where I can really do this and put my all into it. And I'm just really excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to see like where this journey is going to take me. You guys, I want to create like an entire world, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video and watching it. It's been a struggle. It really has. Just trying to get all of this just trying to get this out, and trying to, you know, get the courage to speak on camera, which for me is like huge because I have really bad anxiety and like panic attacks. So, you know, I love you guys. Tune in next Friday because we got somewhere to go and I need y'all to help me pay out what's we got. So see you next week. I love you guys. When you leave Rhonda's world, remember to tune back in. Okay? Okay.